first poem is called Theatre. Predictable as a tragedy, bleached of all colours, in which the painted actress pouts and blinks, such blackening tears that all defences choke on the absurd, ancient seductions, smashing the heart again. Finally, in this yellow dusk, she understands how action breached before its time might be fatal, how innocence might summon a dazzling mirage, populous and exact in every detail, while the desert breathes livingly beneath it. Cheated of the eye, she asks, which is more real, the love that gathers out of our delusions, or in all its tender quickness of flesh, or the blind, desiring cell? The torment is always, as the woman said, to find oneself speaking like a bad novel, though fiction is seldom so misleading as these selves we claim to live by, squatting by middens of bone that the wind scours to whiteness, etc. She asks, if I have been asleep, how does the anguish of dream differ from waking? And is this really my own damage, or a wound torn in others that they must diagnose through my skin? History. If in foregone times master smiths tempered a blade, folding and refolding steel to its most piquant edge, so in this we have perfected the technologies of harm. The chronicles claim that as we have become subtle in inflicting pain, balancing the maximum of consciousness and the maximum of agony to a point finer than a micron, so we are now coarsened in our joys. This protest betrays an indefensible nostalgia, the birthing of a memory, which in turn labours into imagination. Imagination, the chronicles claim, is the single cell which metters to sizes into love. The sages are too wise not to perceive the transparency of their prophecies, but nevertheless continue to believe them. In any case, who can hunt meaning through these thickets? Too much is imperfectly understood to leave a clean scent. Traces resolve as a simulacra of too many selves, vanishing as the yelping cat packs pursue them. Desire is both subtle and coarse, too evasive for our crude instruments, and yet so predictable in its instincts. In unguarded moments, I found myself longing for the dazzling conceits of civilization to be actual, for the profound and bloody pleasures which underlay them. I was trapped in a softly lit room while darkness drew its mantle of cries into the range of hearing. Such shy animals as love naturally remained beyond their cries. Beasts. I hope my voice doesn't go, it's threatening. Beasts. The beasts are retreating. They are sliding into the dusk, into the supple light of vanishing trees, into the glue of dreams. All their strangeness wavers behind wire, between the four sides of a screen, odourless and deathless. The beasts stare out of bleached pages, enclosed at last, and the zoos are silent, except when parrots and keepers conduct their weird orchestrations. Panic flicks in those slotted eyes, but the sadness is only ours. Police hunt corpses in rubbish dumps, a pregnant mother and child. Beneath the surface, submarine cries burst the ears of whales. Coral is bleached to stone by the stripped sunlight, and houses crouch by the shore, awaiting the wave prophets see in the distance. In forests that glow at night, there are boars and wolves whose futures mutate daily. There is much that is unknown, as always, and even more that now will never be understood. The cedar forests of Lebanon are tinder dry, and bears starve on the wet tundra. In the depths of night, there may be a phone call we dare not answer, or a cry in the street which makes the hair rise on the back of our necks. They will not come back. Something is happening at the edge of our eyes, behind the reflections, and billboards shout in the silence, delivering words that in a more innocent age we thought were ours. This one's there's a letter by Sor Juana de la Cruz, which I actually can't remember what it was about, but I took a whole lot of lines from it and made a poem. It was freely constructed from a letter by Sor Juana de la Cruz. The letters of the good mothers are drenched in secular eloquence. If all the limbs of my body were tongues, I could not publish such excellence. They do not hasten to condemn deformities of the human heart, yet ambition may become a woman. Muliere in silentio discat. The properties of a hair may briefly make a woman handsome, but I would rather ungreased hinges and the study of declensions. Osculatur me osculo oris sui, decrees the song. If lips were letters, I could more straightly be given to wondering, for this pure grammar of kisses may express a pious verity that mitigates the condemnations of lascivious sorority. If the harp can cure a king's sickness, then song may heal my sin. I merely lust to follow studies that are celebrated in men. What the glove said. I am silken and wholesome. Sometimes in the night I am seen shaking. Jackals bay in the littered alleys, but I pay them no mind. Between one tooth and another, the iron passivity. I disgorge hands and sleep, I eat and wake. Such prey as use me never tell their names. I'm fond of wordless proverbs. I am concerned with the skin of nearness. Love is a roof of rain and a habitation. Such tears I wipe would stun the bilious world. My dance is with the air. I hide and disclose like a poem. This one is a short poem about Hamlet. Good night, sweet prince. Such possessions as gore me pontificate from corners. I am no longer solid, but a speech of butterflies. How it spills when all is said and done. It is hard to see virtue in the cold matter staining the floor. Frills, cups, leaves, arquebuses, bile, gross litters of meaning. The new king knitting up this mess in his brainless sinews. Mere presence, the answer to everything. The golden halo of a new dawn impressing all the peasants.